Do you know how much money people spend trying to protect their brain and vision each year? Over $200 billion. That's not a guess, that's straight from market data in 2023. Brain pills, memory gummies, eye vitamins, expensive blue light glasses, eye drops that sting, and prescription drugs that promise results but leave you wondering. 200 billion. And yet people are waking up with foggier minds, blurrier eyes, and slower recall than ever before. That's not aging. That's business. See, the entire industry thrives on one belief, that decline is inevitable, that your body is breaking down, and you need their next product to keep functioning. But that belief is wrong, dead wrong. Because your body, especially your brain and your eyes, already knows how to heal. The repair systems are still there, still working. But here's the truth. No one's selling. They only activate if you give them the right tools before bed. That's what tonight is about. This isn't another video telling you to sleep more, meditate, or avoid screens. You've heard all that before. What I'm about to share is what I teach my patients every week. A simple biological window that opens at night, one that most people completely waste. While you sleep, your brain begins a deep cleaning process that removes toxic waste linked to memory loss and confusion. Your eyes attempt to recover from inflammation and strain, trying to rebuild delicate cells in the retina and optic nerve. But if your body lacks the nutrients to support that healing, the entire cycle stays broken. And broken is exactly how many of you feel. But that can change. And the answer isn't hidden in a supplement bottle. It's in your kitchen. 4 natural teas, backed by neuroscience. Not hype that work with your body's own repair systems. Not against them. These aren't magical herbs or ancient secrets. They're tools. Tools your body already knows how to use, if you time them right. If it's your first time here, welcome. I'm Dr. James Porter, and this channel is built for people like you. People who want to stay sharp, independent, and fully alive after 60. If that speaks to you, go ahead and subscribe so you never miss what's coming next. Now let's talk about the first tea. It's quiet, unassuming, and possibly the most underrated brain and vision reset I've seen in 30 years of practice. Lemon balm may be one of the most underestimated plants in modern medicine. It doesn't scream for attention, but when it comes to restoring clarity in both the mind and vision, this quiet herb delivers results that science is only beginning to fully understand. Let's get straight to the point. Lemon balm has a direct impact on one of the most essential brain chemicals for people over 60, acetylcholine. This is the neurotransmitter responsible for learning, memory, focus, and overall mental sharpness. It is what allows your brain to store short-term information, process what you see and hear, and keep your mind alert. But as we age, acetylcholine production naturally declines. The result? You start forgetting why you entered a room. You lose the thread of conversations. You reread the same sentence twice and still don't remember what it said. This isn't a personal failure. It's a biochemical reality, and lemon balm offers a way to counter it. A randomized, placebo-controlled study published in the Journal of Psychopharmacology in 2003 showed that adults who consumed lemon balm extract experienced significantly improved memory performance and increased calm alertness within just a few hours. The researchers observed a clear boost in cognitive processing speed and working memory, even after a single dose. That's the brain. But what about your eyes? Most people don't realize that visual clarity is not just about the retina. It's also about the muscles around the eyes, the ones that hold tension from long hours of screen time, artificial light, and mental strain. These muscles control blood flow to the optic nerve. When they stay tight, blood vessels constrict, oxygen delivery drops. And that means the tissues in your eyes, especially the retina and optic nerve, are starved of what they need most: circulation. Lemon balm helps to interrupt that silent tension. It promotes muscle relaxation, especially around the face and head. It soothes the overactive nervous system that keeps those muscles locked even during sleep. A clinical review published in Advances in Therapy in 2011 confirmed that lemon balm reduces stress-induced physiological symptoms, including muscle tightness and vascular resistance. That means more oxygen reaches the fragile structures behind your eyes. And where there is oxygen, there is healing. At night, your brain relies on a powerful cleaning system to flush out toxins and repair memory circuits. But that process only works if your nervous system is calm enough to allow it. Lemon balm gently helps trigger that state, not by knocking you out, but by guiding your body into the rhythm of restoration. It lowers cortisol, activates GABA, and clears the path for real recovery. Walter, 69, had stopped doing his evening crossword because the words started swimming. After adding one simple step, a warm cup of lemon balm tea, an hour before bed, he told me the fog lifted. 3 weeks later, he was back to finishing puzzles and waking up clear. If you want that same clarity, steep 1 or 2 teaspoons of dried lemon balm in hot water. Drink it slowly, about 30 to 60 minutes before bed. You're not chasing sleep. You're preparing your brain and eyes to reset. And for most older adults, it works gently but powerfully. Lemon balm doesn't act like a sedative. It acts like a reset switch. It restores calm, improves flow, and gives your body the green light to heal. If there's one combination that deserves a permanent place in your evening routine, it's turmeric and ginger. These two aren't just spices. Together, they form a biological alliance, capable of fighting back against the very forces that speed up aging in your brain and your eyes. And they do it when your body is most ready to heal while you sleep. Let's start with turmeric. Its active compound, curcumin, can cross the blood-brain barrier, a rare trait among natural compounds. Once inside, it begins neutralizing inflammatory molecules that are strongly linked to memory decline. A 2018 study in the American Journal of Geriatric Psychiatry followed older adults for 18 months and found that daily curcumin intake significantly improved memory and attention. Even more striking, brain scans revealed reduced amyloid plaque in regions associated with Alzheimer's. That's not just prevention, that's measurable reversal. Curcumin also supports the formation of new neurons and strengthens the brain's ability to adapt a process known as synaptic plasticity. That matters because with age, your brain's wiring weakens. Without regular reinforcement, memories slip faster and learning slows down. But curcumin's healing doesn't stop at the brain. It also acts directly on the eyes. A 2013 study in Scientific Reports showed that curcumin protects retinal cells from oxidative damage and inflammation, two of the main drivers of vision loss later in life. It also reduces swelling and helps preserve the structure of the optic nerve, which is critical for clear, sharp sight. Now, enter ginger. Ginger's real power lies in circulation. Its compounds gingerol and shogal enhance blood flow through even the tiniest vessels. That includes the delicate capillaries in your brain and behind your eyes. As we age, circulation slows, oxygen delivery drops, and the systems that depend on that oxygen begin to weaken. Mental clarity dulls, vision fades. A 2015 study in nutrition found that ginger improved cognitive performance in middle-aged women by enhancing antioxidant activity and increasing cerebral blood flow. That's critical, because without proper oxygen and nutrient delivery during sleep, your brain can't detox and your eyes can't rebuild. What makes turmeric and ginger especially powerful is how they work together. Ginger enhances the absorption of curcumin, which is notoriously difficult for the body to take in on its own. When combined, the effects aren't just doubled, they're amplified. Curcumin can reach deeper into tissues. Ginger ensures it gets there. At night, this synergy becomes a form of silent therapy. Inflammation drops, blood flow improves, damaged neurons begin reconnecting, retinal cells start to recover, and slowly, memory begins to sharpen, while vision becomes clearer not because of some miracle, but because your body finally has the tools to do the job. What people often miss is that brain fog and blurry vision share the same underlying cause: chronic inflammation, oxidative stress, poor circulation. Turmeric and ginger target all three. That's why they don't just relieve symptoms, they go after the root of decline itself. And they do it while you sleep. Chamomile has long been associated with rest, but most people dismiss it as a mild tea for relaxation. They don't realize that it contains one of the most powerful natural anti-inflammatories for both the brain and the visual system, apigenin. This compound does more than calm you down. It binds to GABA receptors in the brain, helping switch the nervous system from stress mode into repair mode. That shift is not optional. It's essential. Your brain can only activate its glymphatic cleansing system, the process responsible for detoxifying neurons and consolidating memory when GABA activity is high and stress signals are low. Without that transition, deep sleep becomes shallow, fragmented, and chemically useless. A study published in Molecular Medicine Reports in 2011 found that apigenin not only had significant anti-anxiety effects, but also improved the quality of non-REM sleep, which is the phase most associated with memory consolidation. But the real power of apigenin lies in what it does while you rest. It calms inflammation in the optic nerve. That's the cable connecting your eyes to your brain, and it's one of the most vulnerable tissues to age-related damage. Prolonged stress, poor sleep, and oxidative strain all attack this nerve over time. But apigenin helps reduce that pressure. It slows the silent swelling that often goes unnoticed until vision starts to blur. At the same time, it acts on microglial cells, the brain's immune cells, toning down their reactivity. When microglia are overstimulated, they start attacking healthy neurons, which accelerates memory decline. Chamomile quiets that process. It lets your brain stop fighting and start healing. Now let me introduce you to someone. Elaine, 74, came to me saying she couldn't seem to stay asleep, and when she did, she woke up foggy, groggy, and forgetful. Her words were, "It feels like my brain is trying to reboot, but it keeps crashing." We added one thing, a cup of chamomile tea 30 minutes before bed, 5 nights a week. Within a month, she reported sleeping through the night, remembering names more quickly, and most surprising of all, reading without eye strain for the first time in years. That's what happens when you reduce nighttime inflammation and finally let the nervous system power down. But chamomile goes further. A 2020 paper in Frontiers in Pharmacology showed that apigenin could protect retinal cells from oxidative damage, the same kind caused by blue light exposure and metabolic stress. Researchers observed improved survival of photoreceptor cells, the ones that allow you to detect light and motion, and reduced markers of inflammation throughout the visual system. This means your eyes aren't just relaxing when you sleep. With apigenin in the system, they're actively repairing. To prepare it, just steep a teaspoon of dried chamomile in hot water for a few minutes and drink it slowly before bed. No sugar, no additives, just warmth and timing. Chamomile isn't a sedative. It's a signal telling your nervous system to stand down and let the healing begin. If you're waking up tired or foggy, the issue may not be sleep quantity, but the lack of true, restorative sleep. And chamomile doesn't force that state. It simply invites your body into it calmly, gently, and consistently. Most people think of green tea as a daytime drink, light, energizing, maybe a little ceremonial. But few realize what it can do when used at night. In its decaffeinated form, green tea becomes one of the most powerful tools for protecting your vision and sharpening your memory. And the magic doesn't happen while you're awake. It begins after you fall asleep. The secret lies in catechins, antioxidants found abundantly in green tea. These compounds do more than circulate in the blood. They reach into the tissues of your eyes and brain, targeting oxidative stress where it does the most harm. Let's start with the eyes. According to research published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry in 2010, green tea catechins were detected in the retina, lens, and cornea just hours after consumption. Even more impressive, they remained active in the eyes for up to 20 hours. That means a single evening cup could protect your vision well into the next day. And for the retina, one of the most oxygen-hungry tissues in the human body, that protection is vital. Oxidative damage accumulates silently, destroying the photoreceptors that detect light and detail. Green tea slows that damage and gives your eyes a fighting chance to heal overnight. In the brain, catechins work just as powerfully. A 2006 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that higher green tea intake was linked to significantly less cognitive decline in older adults. Another study in molecular nutrition and food research in 2014 found that green tea polyphenols improved learning speed and reduced oxidative stress in neurons. These effects build quietly, night after night, especially in the hippocampus, the part of your brain that stores and retrieves memory. Green tea also boosts nitric oxide, a compound that improves circulation by relaxing blood vessels. Better circulation at night means better oxygen delivery to your brain. And oxygen is the fuel your neurons need to repair, reorganize, and form long-term memories while you sleep. Here's where timing changes everything. When you drink decaffeinated green tea in the evening, it doesn't energize, it nourishes. It provides fuel to the systems that work hardest, while you rest the glymphatic system that clears toxins, the retina that regenerates light receptors, the hippocampus that turns experience into memory. You're not forcing your body into sleep, you're giving it the resources it needs to make that sleep count. And all of this comes not from medication, but from a single cup of tea. Green tea isn't about boosting your energy. It's about preserving your clarity, visual and mental. It helps you wake up with less oxidative damage, more protected cells, and a brain that remembers what matters. The benefits aren't loud, but they build, and once you feel the difference, you'll wish you had started sooner. You've now met 4 of the most powerful natural allies for your brain and eyes, but knowing about them isn't enough. The true benefits only come when you make them part of your nightly rhythm, a habit so simple it feels almost effortless, yet powerful enough to change how you feel in the morning. Here's how to do it right. Start by choosing one tea for each evening, based on how your body feels. If your mind feels overactive, if you've been staring at screens all day, or if you're mentally wired but physically tired, chamomile is your go-to. It helps the nervous system step out of high alert and into calm recovery. This is the night when your brain needs to detox and your optic nerve needs to rest. If you've been experiencing mental fatigue, slower recall, or dull thinking throughout the day, go with lemon balm. It gently boosts acetylcholine activity in the brain and relaxes the tension around the eyes that block circulation. You'll feel it most clearly the next morning, more alert, more present, more connected. On the nights you feel heavy, inflamed, or like your body is holding on to stress, turmeric ginger is your answer. It helps reset the deeper layers of inflammation, repairing damaged tissue in both the brain and retina. This is the tea for nights when you feel worn down and need a full system reboot. Then there's green tea decaffeinated. Of course, use this when you want long-lasting antioxidant protection. It supports everything: memory, retinal health, circulation, and detox. Especially powerful after days of extended screen time or exposure to harsh light. Drink it on evenings when your eyes feel overworked and your brain feels foggy. There's no need to drink all 4 teas every night. In fact, I don't recommend it. The goal isn't to flood your body with compounds. It's to give your system what it needs when it needs it most. Rotate them based on your patterns. Let your intuition guide you. Consistency matters more than variety. Whatever tea you choose, make it a ritual. About an hour before bed, turn off bright lights. Step away from screens. Boil the water, steep the tea, and sip it slowly. Don't rush. Don't multitask. Let the process itself begin to unwind your system. This is more than just tea. It's preparation, a signal to your brain and your eyes that the day is over, and the repair work can begin. You're not just getting sleep, you're creating the conditions for healing. And if you do it with care, night after night, your body will respond in ways that surprise you. Think about this for a moment. Every night, your body offers you a window, a brief, sacred stretch of hours when inflammation drops, circulation improves, and healing begins if you allow it. But most people rush into sleep, distracted, inflamed, and undernourished. They wake up just as tired, with no idea that their brain and eyes never had the chance to repair. You don't need more pills. You don't need expensive treatments. You need rhythm. You need support. And you need to respect the biology that has been waiting all along to do its job. A warm cup of chamomile to lower the noise in your system. Lemon balm when your memory feels foggy or your eyes feel tight. Turmeric, ginger when inflammation runs deep and your mind needs lifting. Green tea to shield your neurons and restore retinal clarity. This is not a complicated protocol. It's a practice one that fits gently into the life you already live. One tea, one evening, one decision at a time. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to begin. And if you've watched this far, it means you're already on that path. So thank you, truly. It takes courage to seek answers, and even more to follow through. Your presence here matters. Your brain and your eyes deserve the care you're now giving them. If this video helped you understand your body a little more deeply, helped you feel more hopeful, more capable, please consider liking and sharing it. Leave a comment and tell me which tea will you try first tonight. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe. This channel was built for people just like you, and I'd be honored to guide you again. Until next time, sleep well, drink wisely, and let healing begin.